right, so we're going to start with the Mesopotamian civilization here. So the Mesopotamian civilization, over thousands of years, some of the early farming villages developed into civilizations. Now, these civilizations are complex societies. So a society is a group of people. And they had cities, organized governments, art, religion, class divisions, and writing systems. Now, when we talk about class divisions, we mean there were different types of people doing different tasks because they were good at those tasks. So you have craftsmen, you have masons that do stonework, you have artists, right? Each of these are different class systems. You also have the wealthy, the nobles, right? That's a different class system. People have a lot of wealth. You have slaves. Slaves would be in a different class system, obviously a very low class. Right now, in our world, we have three major classes. We have the wealthy class, the upper class. We have the middle class, and there's a spectrum too. Not everybody is at the same level in the middle class. And then we have the lower class, as far as the United States is concerned, and our socioeconomic status. If we're looking here, there was one major reason why they had so much success in their civilization, and that was rivers. Rivers were, or river valleys were really important. The first civilization arose in river valleys because good farming conditions made it easy to feed large numbers of people. So the rivers provided fish and fresh water to drink and made it easy to get from one place to another and to trade. So already we got some things. So let's stop and take a moment. So the first thing that I see here that we're looking under is civilization and complex societies because of these things. Okay. Now, in addition to that, we have why rivers are important. And I'm going to use our blue because obviously rivers, the blue water, to identify it. So they made good farming conditions, which were easy to feed large numbers of people. And it's really that large number that's important here. They provided fish and fresh water, made it easy to get. So easy to get from one place to another and to trade. So those are the big pieces. Now let's look at trade. Trade enables goods and ideas to move from one place to another place. It was no accident that the cities grew up in these valleys because they became centers of the civilization. If I need stuff to go to another place and I got a river to take a bunch of stuff, I mean, look about a boat. A boat can carry way more than a person can, way more than a cart can. It can travel that stuff. As cities took shape, so did the need for organization. Okay, so you got to make plans for people because there's too many people. If you don't have something organized, it's just kind of very chaotic. So organization had to happen. Somebody had to make plans and decisions about matters of common concern. Now, a lot of time, there were governments to do this. People formed these governments to do just that. Leaders took charge of food and supplies and building projects. Typically, in the beginning, though, it was kings or queens. That was the form of government. A leader was somebody that had complete authority over what was going on. They made laws to keep order and assembled armies to defend themselves from enemies. So enemies in this case could be people that didn't want to do what they wanted to do, right? Yeah, if you wanted to build on a certain location and somebody else was already settled there, was already living there, yeah, that was going to make somebody upset. So with fewer worries about meeting their basic needs, so they didn't have to do hunting, they didn't have to do gathering very much on the move, they could stay in one place. So since they had fewer worries about that, people in river valleys had more time to think about other things. Okay, other things besides just food. So they placed an emphasis or a special importance on religions and the arts. Okay, so you're sitting there, you got all the food you want. Start thinking about basically why you're here. That's religion. You start thinking about why you're on the earth. What caused you to be here? And to be honest, without a scientific reasoning or strategies, they haven't really come up yet. You start thinking, oh, maybe somebody put me here, right? And so we also get the